Okay, so there ended up being like two parts to this video. The first part is when I take apart the carburetor and clean it. And the second part is when, after I put it back together, there was a fuel leak. The float wasn't working properly. There was a big leak. So if you want to just skip over to that diagnosis, the troubleshooting part, I got bookmarks. So if you want to skip like this cleaning part and just go to the diagnosis, and also the issue that I had with the tubes and stuff. And so yeah, welcome to my channel, where we talk about bikes and Bible verses. And also don't forget, at the end, as usual, we've got a Bible verse. Alright, I've been having issues with the carburetor on my YZ85. So it's okay when it's on low throttle, but as soon as I go more than a quarter, it bogs out. I think it's the main jet. So the idle jet is probably okay, but I think it's the main jet. And I think it's also because we went through some water, and I thought I cleaned it out, but obviously not, still got issues. So it looks like it's easier to first take this off before you can get to these screws to take the throttle cable. So always be careful when you take the throttle to know exactly how. Let me just take the whole thing out, like the whole needle and everything, right? So for now I'll just take the carburetor out and oh, there's fuel everywhere. I forgot. Forgot about the fuel. I'll go empty the fuel. You can take the main jet just by undoing this, but maybe you can do the holder for it as well. So that's the, I think that's the jet and that's the holder. That's the main jet. So I managed to do it without threading it, which is good. And just take this apart. Let's see what we have. You got the float, which you need to be careful of. What's holding this? Oh, there's one thing which is not straight. So it's a bit angled. You can see the, I don't know, this is the overflow, but it's blocked, so that's weird. That's weird. So there's a lot of fumes, so make sure if you do this, don't do it in a, like, don't do it inside. Do it outside. Carburetor cleaner is pretty toxic as well. When you're spraying this stuff, always make sure it doesn't fling back into your eye. That can happen really easily. Well, that might be the, no, that's, I'm pretty sure that's the idle jet, and the other one at the bottom was the main jet. So these main jets, they have a number on them, and that's the size when you order a different one. So this one says 45, I don't know if it's showing on the camera. Okay, jet was in pretty tight. like an idle jet. So I just took the idle, sorry, not the idle screw, the air mix screw, and it was full of mud. I got all mud here. Just one thing, when you're taking this out, you need to remember what it was set to before. So turn it all the way in, count how many turns it is, and then so you know to set to the same setting. But this was full of mud, so man, I don't know. I'm just gonna take all these hoses out, including this choke. I'm gonna take, you know, and this air screw here. I'll take it all out and just try and clean out every passageway. Probably not gonna go for changing any of the jets. I'm just gonna do a clean because it's just the crud and stuff that I saw. So when it's stuck, you just maybe like twist it to crack it open. Don't avoid just trying to pull it. Get it from the bottom as well. There you go. You just get it to crack open. I'd be surprised if this wasn't fuel, like if this was like water or something. Interesting. It's blocked with dirt. Blocked with dirt. Gosh. I wonder I'm having problems with my carburetor. Put everything in a container like this and just fill it. Just use some electrical contact cleaner for like the outside body part. Don't want to waste the carburetor cleaner, I don't have much. But I need to get rid of all this crud. Okay, so I've put everything back together, all the you know, things. It was a bit awkward to get the this part on because of that tube that was on an angle. I just sort of twisted around. But what you do when you've got it, make sure the float is moving so you can hear it. So you don't want to have like leaking problems. Alright, so all together now. Make sure the throttle, make sure the needle is in, see? And the throttle is snapping. Okay, so after putting everything back together, found that there's a problem. And that problem is when I turn the fuel on. Wait for it, turn the fuel on, look. It's coming out from the top tubes. It's coming out from these top tubes. Now, it's really bad that it's coming from the top because this bottom one, remember I showed you, it was blocked. That is the safety one. That one's been blocked, I think maybe on purpose, or maybe from the exhaust burning it. But coming from the top means a very like overflow. So the float, I don't think the float is dirty. It must not be working at all because it won't come out that much fuel if it's just like a bit of dirt just blocking the float. I don't think, out of both hoses. So I'm gonna have to take this apart again and see what's wrong. Okay, so I saw an old school way of trying to test this. I got this bit of tube which I bought a long time ago. It's a bit dirty, but I just cleaned it. And apparently if you put it over, okay, and then you blow in it, and then you try this while you're blowing. So it's been blocked. See when I blow on it? I can't blow it. So that to me looks like it's actually working, because, you know, I'm blowing. I get fuel vapors in my mouth. Anyway, that looks like it's actually working to me, but maybe I will clean it a bit. And some people say that when you put pressure on this, like, you can bend it and it goes out of alignment, but I'm not sure. Pull the little tab back a bit, push it down maybe, so that it closes quicker. Try and bend this tab down. Just sort of guessing here, but I'm thinking just if I can bend this tab down, but I don't want to do it too much so that no fuel comes in as well. Oh, I think I found the problem. Look, this is actually coming out. Ah, that's what the problem was. Okay, I think this sort of came loose and was out. Maybe I reckon that's what the problem was. So, and then I'm also going to where's that third tube? Oh, this one. So this one, I'm actually going to cut this as well, and probably get a tube, get a proper tube. Maybe put that tube that I had. Oh, maybe not. But it's not right for this to be blocked. So I'm going to replace this tube. Okay. Got it on. Just want to make sure that the float, yeah, the float is going back and forward. So I might cut some of this tube and use it for here, because maybe this is short. Yeah, so I got rid of this one that's been burnt or blocked or whatever. Cut a bit of that one. I can always replace all of them later, I guess. Okay, just loosely put everything back in. Here's the tubes. Don't forget the fuel line. I haven't tightened anything up yet. I put the throttle, and I just need to turn it on and see what happens. Turn the fuel on, that is. Turn the fuel on. Let's see. That's a good sign, I think. So the fuel's on, and I can't see any fuel pouring out, which means hopefully the float's doing its job. Well, for one, hopefully it's letting fuel in, but we'll know when we try to start it. So yeah, I'll give this a go and see if it's all good now. As usual, just end with a Bible verse, and I'm reading from Deuteronomy chapter 25. It says, "You must have accurate and honest weights and measures, so that you may live long in the land of the Lord your God is giving you." Right, so that's how they used to sell things. They used to have measuring things, and they used to sell it like that. So you could be dishonest by changing the weight, saying it's something and giving something else. And then it says, "For the Lord your God detests anyone who does these things, and anyone who deals dishonestly." I'm sure someone knew about, you know, this issue with the fuel tubes, and I think that could have been a dangerous situation. Now with cars, I know people are dishonest, and you know, they're trying to save a few $100s by not disclosing certain things. But with bikes, any issue can seriously jeopardize the life of the person riding or other people. Especially in this case, you know, you're messing around with the fuel lines, you're shutting fuel lines, which is actually really dangerous. like, you don't even have to be religious. I remember there was a bike that I was buying, right? I was calling a guy and he didn't disclose everything straight away or like over the phone, but he ended up just telling me everything, like all the issues with the bike. And he told me it's like he's honest with everything because he believes in bike karma, right? So whether you're religious or whether someone like him who's not even religious, but he knows what's right and wrong. And yet there are some people, like I've bought a couple of bikes where people do not disclose what's wrong with it. And I just think that that is disgusting behavior from riders. You know, this is a motorbike. Aside from the fact that our riders have this like shared brotherhood and things like that, but being dishonest just to save a few $100s, maybe jeopardizing the life of someone to save a few $100s to get the sale, right, is disgusting behavior. So anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about. If you like this video, please hit the like button, leave a comment. I'm sure we can talk endlessly about carburetors. Carburetors, like, I only started getting into it when I got into dirt biking, you know, a couple of years ago. That's when I really started to learn and actually enjoy it. I used to really hate carburetors before, when it was, you know, back in the cars from the 80s and 90s. So yeah, if you like my content in general, please subscribe and take it easy and ride safe.